Okay, welcome. Welcome to day one. I'm so excited to be here, and I hope you are too. I've got a lot to share, so let's get right to it. It's important to move along. Day one is building your foundation. The agenda for today is that we'll do a little bit of housekeeping first, talk about what's your why. I will introduce two true detox frameworks. One is called the 4M formula for life mastery. The other is 9 pillars to reclaim your health. And our foundational focus today will be on pillar 1 only, which is called reevaluate and recommit. And in this case, because we're just starting, this is day 1, we're just starting, so we are actually dropping the RE part. So we're actually just starting from the start, which means evaluate and commit. So moving along here, I'm going to be talking very quickly because there's a lot to share, lots of valuable content here. I'm trying, my goal is to keep the daily videos to 15 minutes or less. I have a feeling I'm going to have a hard time doing that on this first video because it is the first one and we're setting the foundation, but I will try my best. So I'm speaking quickly. Feel free to go back and review, listen again as you like. All of this is very flexible. So the daily videos, you can expect them to come out 1 per day. Don't worry about the time of day. You get to them when it fits your schedule. But I do advise you, if you can, to actually keep up with them day by day, as opposed to letting them all pile up. And then you've got, an hour and something of content to get through at the end. So just to get in a good routine for a few days and a habit and build upon what was discussed the previous days. Another item is please do the activities that I ask you to do. They're there for a reason. They're there to help you help reinforce the information I've discussed and shared, help you internalize it a bit more, help to put it into action. And also, please, part of the activities is usually a sharing component. So those who are in the Telegram group, please do share within the group. If there's something that you don't feel comfortable sharing in the group, you can personal message me, private message me within Telegram. I do have a couple people I'm in touch with not on Telegram because for various reasons they're not joining Telegram, and that's their choice, no problem. And so they know who they are and they can reach out to me on WhatsApp. But anyone who's gone ahead and gotten into Telegram, please, let's keep it there. It will help me out a lot better to help you and to stay in touch with all of you. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. FYI, in case you didn't know, I am not a medical professional whatsoever, okay? I am a teacher by training, and that is really my role and my calling here. I'm just melding together the massive amount of health and wellness information that I've researched and picked up and tried for myself over the past 5+ years, and melding that with my passion for teaching things that I feel are important to the world and to the people around me, especially. So everything I'm sharing is for information purposes only. All right, so building the foundation, building your foundation. What is your why? What brought you to this challenge? What do you want to improve this Ramadan? Okay, so we had I did share a list in the previous video, the information video, some common complaints and challenges that we've probably all experienced in Ramadan's past. Maybe that gives you some ideas. Maybe you already know you don't need this list and you know why you're here. That's great. Spoiler alert, this is one of the activities that you'll see at the end. Okay, and so getting right to the first framework that I promised. These are ideas and frameworks that I came up with. They are the True Detox classes that I taught in person in 2019 and 2020 until formula for life mastery. This is not just for health and wellness, it's for any area of your life, really. So 4 M's, because every term starts with an M. Okay, and in this slide, there is the, on the top kind of title bar, it says mindfulness. And that's because everything in this starts with mindfulness, right? And this is really infused throughout Islam. This is a major theme in Islam as well, is intention, the idea of intention, right? And mindfulness and being aware of others and considerate and respectful, right? All of this. So it really fits beautifully with that as well. So for example, just a simple example, what am I doing right now? You know, being in the present moment, meditation and yoga, this is all, you know, they tell us, bring us to the now, focus on the present moment. Don't get stuck in the past or worrying about the future, right? And so what am I doing now? What am I feeling right now? We can get very anxious, nervous, worried about things. You know, just naming it to tame it can help a lot. You know, why? Considering, why am I doing this? Why am I feeling this right now? What do I need at this moment? As women, especially, we are the caregivers, whether it's for our parents, our children, our nieces, nephews, somebody else, all of the above, right? We can get really overwhelmed really easily taking care of everyone else and forgetting about ourselves. But the problem is, it's not something to wear as a badge of honor. It's detrimental to our health and our well-being. And that means we cannot serve others to the best of our abilities if we are not taking care of ourselves first and foremost. And it's not a selfish act. It's a healthcare act. And it's actually a very generous act in the end, because you are doing what you need to do in order that you can feel better, yes, and you can therefore do better. This leads to the second M, which is mindset. And it's not really like a 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. It's mindfulness runs across and before and through everything in the 4M formula. So it is being mindful of your mindset, noticing your mindset, questioning your mindset. Your mindset is simply your set of beliefs. We can look at it as basically as that. What do you believe? What do you feel is true for you? Is this mindset serving me well? Because you need to question as well, not just notice and observe, question. Is this mindset serving me well, right? What do I want to do? Even just, think about what I want to do as well as part of this. An example, a concrete example. What do I believe about food? What do I believe about what I'm eating every day? That it's just something I just grab and go and, to fill my stomach. And, I'm just so busy. Whatever, it is what it is. Food is food. Well, is it really just food is food? If I take a look at how I'm looking and feeling these days, maybe there's something more to it than that. And so that brings us to the third M, myth busting. A lot of times we need to look at our mindset critically, question it, and consider that maybe it's not really true. Maybe just, food isn't food. Maybe it's not all created equal. And I think all of you know that, this is a very basic example, but I'm just trying to illustrate a point. Might there be another way to look at it? What do independent voices say? Not what's on the TV, not what's on social media for the most part. Okay, because I'm sorry, they do not have their best interests at heart. I mean, they have their best interests, they have their interests at heart, not yours, right? And even with all this COVID stuff, your health and well-being is not at the center of their universe, okay? And that's a whole other topic I won't get into now, but just realize you are the advocate for you. You are the one who is responsible for you in the end, okay? And so you need to be an advocate for yourself, a private investigator for yourself, and I can give you all sorts of tips and share resources, which I'm going to do throughout the 5-day challenge to help you do that, to help you learn basic truths if you don't know them already about food, for example. All right, that gets us into microshifts. I love this word that I made up. People are afraid of change, right? And micro means small. So I say shift, right? Anybody can kind of shift, right? That seems very pleasant and not scary. Okay, so we use that word, and micro meaning small, right? Any journey, no matter how long, how big, how arduous, it starts with one step, and it's step after step after step, right? It's not one giant Superman leap or Wonder Woman bound. Okay, so in imagining what small steps can I take right now? Let's stick with the food illustration here. I have to be mindful of what I'm even putting on my plate before I can think about what I can change. And I have to understand what I believe about food before I can make a change. Because if I don't think there's anything wrong with what I'm putting on my plate, I'm not going to change it. And so myth busting, this is maybe it's I need to educate myself a bit more. Okay, what is really in this fast food that I'm ordering? Maybe I need to start looking at reading labels or finding information on a website, right? Multiple websites, right? Maybe it's an education piece. I need to just educate myself more to start with. Maybe I'm already doing some good habits. I'm drinking a good amount of water every day. I heard that, yes, water is very important. We need to stay hydrated to help everything flow as it needs to in our bodies. But I'm drinking a lot of water because actually I'm really thirsty because maybe I'm really thirsty because the food that I'm eating isn't so great for me. Okay, so for example, maybe I should, they're always, everybody says you need to eat more vegetables. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try to add, a vegetable to every single meal that I eat, even just one extra vegetable. Or maybe I didn't have any vegetables on my plate before. So just adding one vegetable to every meal I eat in the day. I think I can handle doing that. Which healthy habits can you up level? All right, there's always room for improvement. So that's the 4M formula for life mastery. That overarches and it intertwines with the 9 pillars to reclaim your health. Okay, 9 pillars with an R, a capital R. We know about the 5 pillars of Islam, which, that's first and foremost, but here are 9 pillars to reclaim your health. We are focusing only on number 1, which is in the middle. It looks like a nice green circle, like a green stoplight. That means this is where we start. We're going from here. Number 1, reevaluate and recommit. The RE is in parentheses because when we're first starting out, there's no re yet. We're not doing it again yet. We're doing it for the first time. So here's where the R drops off just from our very first step today is we are evaluating where we're starting from in our lives, in our situations, and we are making a commitment to ourselves to do something for our improvement, our self-improvement, and setting ourselves up for, inshaAllah, a better Ramadan, which will make it a better experience for ourselves and our whole families, inshaAllah. So I'll just do a quick run through, a quick roundabout, because I put these in a circular order here. We will hit every one of these pillars in the 5 days. Starting tomorrow, pillar number 2 is remove toxins. Pillar number 3, replace with safer items. 4 is rock your nutrition. 5, restore your sleep. 6, reduce stress. 7, ramp up your physical activity. 8 could be either connect or reconnect socially. And 9, discover, for those who haven't discovered already, spirituality, or rediscover spirituality. And number 9, I can tell you right off the bat, we are not going to hardly touch on that at all. We'll mention it maybe at the very end of day 5, because we got Ramadan, right? What more do you need to rediscover and reinfuse your spirituality? So those are the 2 foundations or the frameworks, I should say, helping us build our foundations. And that's what everything is going to be infused with those, and we'll be following those. So the 4M formula tells us that in pillar number 1, that awareness is first, right? So if we move on to the evaluate and commit part. All right, so how to evaluate or assess your health, just generally speaking? How do you know if you have a health problem? Well, maybe you've observed your feelings, some symptoms, changes in weight or mood or energy or something. And these are what we can call subjective assessments, right? They're based on our opinions, our feelings, right? But then maybe we go a step farther, or instead of that, or, go to the doctor or nurse and they run some lab tests. Maybe they give you a diagnosis, that kind of thing. These are objective assessments because they're coming kind of from outside of us and, not infused with all the feelings and personal factors. So which is better, subjective assessments, objective assessments? Well, the beauty is that today you don't have to choose between subjective or objective. The two options you have for evaluations, they are both. They're a marriage of both subjective and objective assessment. So your first option is you can do number 1, which is called the MSQ. That stands for Medical Symptom Toxicity Questionnaire. This was developed by Dr. Mark Hyman, Hyman. It's a free fillable PDF that's only 1 page. It's fast, it's easy to fill out online. You don't even have to download it, even though in the URL it says downloads, but you can if you want. It automatically totals your scores based on the answers that you give for each segment of that PDF, that 1-page assessment. Gives you a score at the end and a quick way to gauge what that score means. Okay, so that's option number 1, fast, easy, simple, super quick. Option number 2, which is actually the one that I recommend if you're not sure what to do, if you're not just going for the easy way out and you want something more thorough, the AHEAD map, which was developed by Dr. Rashid Buttar from his own clinical experience. He's a medical doctor with about 25 years of experience in the field. That stands for the AHEAD map. It's all a capital acronym, and it stands for Advanced Health Evaluation and Assessment for Detoxification. Say this is free. It's a very extensive health assessment, also available online. He recommends setting aside 45 minutes to complete it because it is a long series, multiple categories series of questions that he asks. It provides a thorough report based around his own framework that he calls the 7 toxicities, and it's fantastic in my view. I appreciate the thoroughness, how extensive it is. And he also has many free resources available on his website, his advancedmedicine.com website. And the only thing you have to do is sign up just simply using an email address and creating your own password to get into the Advanced Medicine dashboard. And I can talk later about the benefits of that. So here are your activities for today. Day 1. Right? Act on them. You should do them, please. Okay. It's for your own good. Share your why. Okay. This is the commit part of pillar number 1. Write 1 to 2 sentences or more if you like about why you joined the Remodel Your Ramadan 5-day challenge. Okay. Post that in our Telegram group if you're in the group, or private message me in WhatsApp, those of you few individuals who are keeping either or. This is both. So please share your why, and please make sure you make a choice. The choice here is between the evaluation tools, the assessment tools. Okay, so complete one of these assessment tools, either the AHEAD map, which is more thorough, or the quick MSQ. And to show me that you've done that, you can either post a screenshot of your AHEAD map report that you get at the end, or your combative it filled in with your numbers. That's fine. Or just simply letting me know. You can just type as simply as AHEAD map and the number that it gives you for the total score or the overall score, or MSQ and the number that you got Okay, it could be that simple, just showing me, you know, that yes, I did it. I did this one or I did that one. If you don't want to share it in the group, I respect your privacy. That's fine. Maybe you could just tell us which one you chose. You don't have to put the score there. But I would like, if you don't mind, private messaging me if you don't feel comfortable doing it in the Telegram group. Private message me in Telegram, or those on WhatsApp, private message me there what your score is. And that's just simply because we want to have a baseline. And then we are going to do this again later to see if there's any improvement. All right. So that's it. That's day one wrapped up here. Really, again, I'm so thrilled you're here. Thank you so much. I know I went over time. And I am going to do my best to pare it down a little bit. I knew day one was going to go over time. I just knew it. And I already pared it down. I already shortened it, believe it or not, and pushed something till tomorrow. So anyway, without any further ado, that's it for today. Thank you. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. And assalamu alaikum.